Hi, in this video we're going to learn about piecewise function. A piecewise function consists of multiple sub-functions that are graphed together. So here's an example of a piecewise function. Now, we're going to evaluate this piecewise function. So here it asks us for the value of f of x when our x is -4. And we know from the previous video that f of x is equal to y. So it's just another way of saying y. So find the value of y when our x is -4. So on our graph, just look for the point where our x is -4. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here our x is -4. Now what's our y value over here? So it's 4. Now, it asks us for a y value when our x is 0. Now, where is our x 0? So we can see that our x is 0 right over here. So what's the value of our y? It's what? -1. We're just reading it from the graph. So now, when our x value is 2, what's the value of our y? So let's see where our x is 2. So 1, 2. So it could be right here. I could be right here. So let's see. We can see here we have a circle dot. So it's not filled in. And here we have the filled in dot. So we know this one is not a point on our graph. So when x is 2 and the filled in dot is a point in our graph. So when x is 2, our y is also 2. So this is the point that it's asking. All right. Now let's move on to domain. So what's the domain of this graph? Now let's clear up our graph first. So what's the domain of our function? So here, domain is asking for all the possible value of x. Start from the left. So we can see from the left our stopping point is right here at -4. -4. And we're going to the right. And then this point does exist for our x value. So our x can be 2 at this point, but it cannot be 2 at that point. And then we keep going down, and then it stops over here at 4. So our domain is gonna look like this: square bracket, -4, comma, 4. So everything from -4 to 4 is our domain. Now for our range, we look from the bottom. So the bottom is right here. So it's -1. We go to the top. So at this point, that's the max our graph is going. So, and that's 4. So our range is square bracket, everything including -1 to 4. And because there is a colored in dot here, so our range, our y value can be 4 as well. Next, it asks us for the value of x when our f of x, that is y, is equal to 4. So what's the value of our x when our y is 4? So let's check that out. Let's clear it up again. So when our x is 4, and when our y is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 4. What is the value of our x? So here, there's a point right here, and there's a point right here. But we know when there's a circle point that point does not exist on our graph. So there's no point as 2, 4. So there's no point on the graph like this, but this one is a colored dot. So this point does exist on our graph. So this one is -4, 4. So when our y is 4, our x is -4. -4. So that's how we evaluate piecewise function. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.